Hello everyone, welcome to another zodiac sign reading. This is for the sign of Taurus. Before I start the reading, I want to make a small request. If you find this reading useful, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm to recognize the video. Thank you for your support, and let's get started with this reading. I'm going to do a Celtic cross for you, and let's see what the cards have in place. I'll pick 10 cards for the Celtic cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So, what do we have in the environment? Understanding with inner voice and control. Wow, a lot of people in your environment and rebirth. So, what I see here is that you are helping someone to understand their inner voice, or someone else is helping you to understand your inner voice, and the other person, whoever is involved in this, is a control freak and is now going to have a rebirth. So it almost kind of gives me a hint that either you are a control freak, that's the cue for you. You are going through a rebirth, or if you are not a control freak, then there's someone else who is a control freak, and you are helping them to develop an understanding of their inner voice so that they don't become a control maniac. Because trust me, there are people who sometimes who act like a control maniac, and they want to control every aspect of their life in a very weird way. So, having said that, let's start with the Celtic cross. Okay, right at the center is the conditioning. Somebody's changing someone to understand their inner voice. How fantastic is that? And the problem card here is the intensity. Past is isolation. Future is patience. Ordinariness in the social sector. What is anchoring is laziness. The advice is to be rebel. The problem is possibilities. The solution is playfulness. And the outcome is a huge transformation for good, obviously, because one is coming out of their shell and is willing to accept things the way they are rather than controlling things. So it's quite a very interesting reading, but then we will uh, get into more details now, because somehow feel that there is a lot more going on just on what we saw on the surface while I was telling you about the cards that showed up. I feel that there's a lot more going on. Starting from the past, the person who is going through this transformation, this change, the control freak guy, girl, has been in isolation from the entire world for so long, because for some reason this person had an understanding that if I cannot control it, I really don't have to be there, because uh, people may challenge me in the wrong way. People will create some kind of disturbance in the wrong way, and I cannot handle it. So let's stay away from them. So this person has stayed in isolation for so long, and they've had this kind of conditioning that they are the king in their own isolation, but then they are a big loser in the public life, right? So now they need to understand that they have the capability of becoming a king even in larger set of audience. They have that capability, and you are helping them to understand that, uh, to be that king and that queen in the public space. But the way things are being approached is quite intense, and that's how things are slipping down the line, and it's getting little frustrating, little anger is being coming out, that I don't want to handle this, I don't want to be in public life, I don't want to see people, I don't want to uh, deal with things that I cannot control. These kind of feelings are creating a lot of intense anger moment. Nevertheless, uh, future says that both of you, you and the other person, whoever is helping in the transformation and who is going through the transformation, both will develop patience and will give chance to each other to be normal in this relationship. So if you have a feeling to kill the other person, then you will suddenly see that there's a lot of patience developing in you, and you really want to work with this person, give this person more opportunity, and want to take things forward. On a social sector, although the changes don't look very promising and it looks very ordinary, but I feel that things are moving just fine. What is anchoring this reading is laziness, but it's also talking about a kind of wish fulfillment, because you are going slow and steady, uh, or you will go slow and steady in future after seeing this reading, because you will cut down on the intensity that we have here. I feel that you will focus more on fulfilling the goal and wish fulfillment rather than putting a lot of pressure on each other. Things will work out just fine, and what looks like ordinary effort will turn out to be a big game changer later in the new year. In January, it will turn out to be a good game changer in a positive way. The advice for both of you is to be rebel, whoever this person is. Either you are the mentee or the mentor, be little rebellious, to so that you can explore a different ways of bringing that transformation in this life. So you need to be little more rebellious, and the problem here is that you are aware of a lot of possibilities, but then you are not confident which possibility is more acceptable and which possibility is not acceptable at all, and you really don't know how to take the next step. The answer for that is that, of course, there are a lot of possibilities. You need to try each one of them in a very playful way, in a very organic way, in a cheerful way. Just start with the possibility. If you think you are hit by a roadblock, uh, don't try to jump across that roadblock. Uh, some work has been done on that sector. Come back, take another route, go ahead, and this time probably you will see a breakthrough, and then come back and rework on this one, because you have to work with all the possibilities in a long period of time, but you will work one after another, and somewhere you hit a roadblock, you will go to the next possibility, work with that, and then come back to the previous possibility, rework on it, and this time probably you will not hit a roadblock. That's what the cards are suggesting. So be cheerful, because it will require a lot of positive playfulness to have that energy to constantly revisit something that has not worked in the past. And then you will see that there is a huge transformation coming up for you in a very positive way, and helping you to bring a huge success in future. So this is a good reading. I'm very happy with this reading. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to have a personal reading with me, visit my website astralluck.com. The link is given below, and all the possible readings and all the other playlists that I have is given below. Until next time, bye bye and namaste.